Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again here to Virtual Racing Network. We've been off for the last 2 days. Of course, we've been out at the real racetrack doing some filming, but tonight we are back here on iRacing for the RACECORE Xfinity Series presented by Global Building Contractors here at Pocono. The track with only 3 turns. It is a handful to go around, so we will be covering all the racing action here tonight. But of course, before we dive too deep into all of that racing details and information, let's jump over to the sponsors here for this series. Of course, starting with the presenting sponsor here for this series, that is Global Building Contractors. Make sure you check them out. You've probably been in some of the buildings they've had a hand in. So again, make sure you check them out at Global Building Contractors. And the two general sponsors here for this race and this series are going to be iRacing Drivers World and, of course, Gold Cube, as they are the presenting sponsor of the truck series that we just started last Tuesday. And we'll be back at, I believe, Pocono there too as well. We'll have to look and make sure on that, but either way, we'll be back there this coming Tuesday as well. And of course, on the broadcast side of things, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for the following partners. Northwest Racing Series, your official one-to-go sponsor. Walls Beard Co. Beard Balm, your starting grid sponsor for all events. RaceOnTexas.com. We are the sim division of RaceOnTexas.com. Make sure you check them out for all your dirt track racing on demand and some live pay-per-view as well here in the state of Texas. And of course, World of Thunder, your official dirt racing league of VRN. Hanover Wreckers Service, your official caution sponsor for all cautions here on VRN. And of course, On the Edge Motorsports, your official Wicked Energy Gum retailer. Huffman Designs for all your iRacing paint needs. RACECORE themselves is, of course, you can check them out here on Sundays and Tuesdays for 2019. And Crumbs Custom Graphics, if you need a logo made, whether you're a business, broadcasting company, league, whatever it may be, if you need a logo made, you need to check out Paul Crum right over at Crumbs Custom Graphics. That, of course, will do it for the sponsors. We got about a minute 53 until we jump over to, till we jump into qualifying. We do want to give a quick shout out for everyone out there watching here tonight. I know we've been changing things up. We do have a brand new, I guess you would call it support system. I don't know what you want to call it, but we used to have where you could support the channel here on YouTube. We now have moved that over to the website. If you check the link there, we just put it in chat. That is our new way. If you want to support the channel and get some benefits out of it as well, you can do so for anywhere from $5 a month to $15 a month. Of course, we have different plans. $5 a month will get you a membership on there. We're going to be doing giveaways for iRacing, some gift cards, different stuff we're going to be giving away. Of course, we also have some dual memberships in there for $15 a month. You not only get to watch all of our stuff that we do that will be exclusive on the website, you get to get a dual membership to RaceOnTexas.com, and you can watch all of the great stuff over there as well for on-demand, some real-life dirt track racing. If you love dirt track racing, it is a win-win for you. Of course, we have yearly plans if you just want to pay outright and get it done with, and possibly save a few bucks. But again, those are the new ways to do it. We put the link in there so you can sign up if you want to. But that is completely optional. But again, anyone that is on the website as a member supporting us will be eligible for exclusive giveaways, and they will not be related just to iRacing. We will be doing some real-world giveaways as well. Some autograph stuff like that that we get our hands on. That being said, it is time to move on to qualifying. You got about 6 seconds on the clock there. These guys finish up their laps. There is some times right now. Thiago Vieira is the fastest one in practice. We'll see how he stacks up in qualifying as that is underway now. Well, we'll see as the green flag is officially coming out. 10 minutes on the clock. And it looks like Alex Huffman is going to be the first driver to come out onto the track. So let's go ahead and put your qualifying bar up onto the screen if good. There it is. And that's the 3 of Alex Huffman Again, nobody has put in a time just yet. It's just going to take them a little bit of time to get around this big track. It is 2.5 miles. They have 2 laps to get around here, or of course 5 miles the distance for qualifying. And right now we're looking at a air temp of 74 degrees, but a track temp of 96, as this track is quite a bit warmer than the air around it. So we'll see how much that plays a factor into it. We know these cars can get 19 laps on fuel. If you're really conservative, you could stretch it to 20. And being a 60-lap race here tonight, I have imagined they're probably going to try to stretch it as much as they can to get those extra last laps. Also, that being said, we don't know on tires yet as to how they'll hold up, but this car is extremely tight with this fixed setup, so that is definitely going to play into tonight's race to let these drivers know how this car is going to handle. So we'll have to keep an eye on that just to see how those cars are going to handle, but I do not think we are going to see too good of a handling cars. We may see several cautions here tonight. And we got Brandon Kaufman in there as he sees himself in the stands. That is always good to hear. And, of course, we got Brandon Young out there. We got Aaron out in chat, as well as David on the Facebook side of things. And we got quite a few people over on the YouTube side of things as well. And, yes, he does. I believe, I don't even remember what he was before, but, yes, he has a brand new number. He's had it for a couple of weeks now. As he decided he wanted to go with the number 3, as I believe the old number 3 was no longer in the series. And right now, Mikey Neal Jr. is going to be at the top of the charts here in qualifying. So we'll see if anybody else can top him. You can see those times coming in as I'm checking on one thing real fast here, just so we can properly inform you here that tonight's EOLs are going to be Brian Jones in the 45, the 76 of Reese Milton, and the 52 of Thiago Vieira. Those 3 drivers will not be qualifying here tonight, and that is good news if you're the 8 right now of Mikey Neal, as he's at the top of the charts, and Thiago Vieira was there before, so this is going to be good. Mikey Neal was already fast, and now his one of his biggest competitors is going to have to start at the back of this field. As Alex Huffman also going to benefit from this, taking second place with the 53.080. But you know, anytime you can have your a fierce rival and a good competitor force them to have to start in the back to an EOL like that, that is good news for them. And we heard Jamir Muhammad in that 2 machine is going to be someone to look out for here tonight, as he is just wicked fast here. We'll see how he is going to perform. Right now, a 53 something, but that didn't count. He's on his first actual lap right now. Charles Hoffman sitting in 5th place, wow, we can't talk, 0.625 seconds out of the lead. Jack Feller's right there in 7th place, 0.683 seconds behind. So a very good qualifying run for the 32 of Jack Fellers as well. Again, you're watching Jamir Muhammad in this 2 machine right now, as Mikey Neal Jr. still the fastest at the moment, but Sterling Smith is going to take second from Alex Huffman with a 53.079, 0.001 faster than Alex Huffman here in qualifying. Jeff O'Quinn currently right now in the 94 machine, 7th fastest, as Jamir Muhammad still not having a time in, and we'll see. Bryson Barker in the 84 is going to jump up to 5th place with a 53.284, and there's Jamir Muhammad going to put in a time right there as he shuts it down, 53.118. It'll put him in 5th place. Let's jump over to Adam Henderson. We do have 2 new drivers here that we need to talk about, as we're watching the 14 just hammer the inside wall. One of them is going to be the 86 of Jacob Hess. He is the first C-Class driver. Now they're allowing C-Class drivers into the league. So he is the first one in, and right now he's 13th fastest with a 53.976. Again, Jacob Hess, a brand new driver here to the series, as he is 13th fastest. We'll go back a little bit here. Let's go check in with the number 4 of Justin Winters. Checking in, we have one other new driver who is here. That is the 66 of Deco We are not even going to attempt to pronounce that last name here. We're just going to call him Deco G here for tonight until we get the correct pronunciation for that last name from him when we can. But he is not out on the track right now. We'll see if he does come out and qualify. But Justin Winters to 15th with a 54.446 as Adam Henderson is back out on the track on the number 14 machine. Question is, will he be able to put in a lap here? He obviously came a little short on the last one. Chris Brown in the number 1 machine also out on the track here with 4 minutes left on the clock. Alright, just doing some checking in on chat here with us. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. As it looks like Chris Brown still on his first lap now. He just finished his warm-up lap. Mikey Neal Jr. still at the top of the charts. We also have the 57 of Justin Callahan out on the track. And so far, he has not put in an official time yet either. Rodrigo Munoz out on the track, or fixing to be out on the track anyway, has not put in the time just yet. Adam Henderson finally does as he brings it to a stop. 53.882 will put him in 13th place. Justin Winters, the 15th, with a 15.986. And now we have Reese Milton in the 76 machine getting ready to come out last race. And earlier in practice, he was blinking quite badly. Let's hope he does have that all sorted out as we have Carlos Masil out on the track in the number 81 machine here tonight. Again, nobody has been able to top that 52.941, the only 52-second lap here from Mikey Neal Jr. We're not going to know what qualifying would be for Thiago Vieira, who is the fastest in practice because he has that EOL. So this could be interesting when you have around, about 30, almost 30 cars here, if not 30 cars. I believe we may have over that. To start that far back enough to fight your way through this field, he is going to have to do some pit strategy for sure to try to work his way through this field as quickly as he can and take as less damage as he can. Starting back there in the back, well, we mean the utmost respect, but usually back when you're in the back of this field, those back markers, that is where the cautions tend to happen. Again, nothing against the guys back there, but you're back there for a reason. You had a bad qualifying run like that right there. Or something happened. You had an EOL and you couldn't qualify. There's usually a reason you're back there. Sometimes no fault of your own. But regardless of why you're back there, it puts you in a very bad position. And it can go wrong for you very quickly as Carlos Masil going to come back out onto the track in the number 81 machine. Rodrigo Munoz in the 79 still out on the track, and he is not going to be putting in a lap time that one. It's going to be his warm-up lap, so he is going around one more time. We have 1 minute left on the clock, and this is going to be close for a lot of these drivers. Alright, again, we are keeping a close eye on chat there. Let us know who your pick for the win here tonight is with 30 seconds left to go as the clock is winding down. Rodrigo Munoz about to put in a time, and he'll do so right there, 53.948. That'll put him in 14th place. And I'm not sure, I don't think Carlos Masil is going to make it, so we'll go ahead and get rid of the qualifying drop down here with 5 seconds left to go. Carlos Masil not going to be able to make it on the grid as there he is right there. He is not going to be able to put in a time. Well, that'll do it for qualifying. It is time to get down to your Wolfsbeard Co. starting grid, as on pole is going to be the 8 of Mikey Neal, so congrats to him. But let's jump down there, as we will not have a whole lot of time to go through it, as we are going to drop down to the track. And there it is, your Wolfsbeard Co. Beard Bomb starting grid. On row number 1 is going to be the 8 of Mikey Neal and the 17 of Sterling Smith. Row 2 is going to be the 3 of Alex Huffman and the 13 of James Zarello. Row 3 is going to be the 2 of Jameer Muhammad and the 84 of Bryson Parker. Row 4 is going to be the 77 of Justin Spear and the 63 of Charles Hoffman. Row 5 is going to be the 94 of Jeff O'Quinn and the 32 of Jack Fellers. Row 6 is going to be the 78 of John Van Varelis and the 51 of Brandon Young. Row 7 is going to be the 14 of Adam Henderson and the 79 of Rodrigo Munoz. Row 8 is going to be the 86 of Jacob Hess and the 4 of Justin Winters. Row 9 is going to be the 99 of Justin Starr and the 1 of Chris Brown. Row 10 is going to be the 57 of Justin Callahan, and the first one not taking a time here tonight is going to be the 88 of Austin Edstrom on row 10. Row 11 is going to be the 52 of Thiago Vieira and the 45 of Brian Jones, 2 of your 3 drivers that have EOL penalties here at the start of this race. Row 12 is going to be the 81 of Carlos Masil and the 76 of Reese Milton. Row 13 is going to be the 80 of Rafael Trindell and the 66 of Deco G. Again, here until we Gamirez, I believe that is, but we're going to get a confirmation on that as well. Row 14 is going to be the 56 of Mike Watts and the 19 of Francois Peltier. And there is nobody on row 15. So 14 rows, 28 drivers here for tonight's event. It should be a great race for sure. The question is just how good will it be? As we'll go ahead and put your top main bar up. You're watching the RACECORE Xfinity Series presented by Global Building Contractors here on VRN tonight. As again, this race is set to be a good one here. And they are getting lined up to go. They will go racing this time by. Alright, who's ready for some great racing here tonight? As again, racing is just about set and ready to get underway. As they're coming to the flag stand, pace car makes its dive off. We go to our main camera, green flag is out. We're racing here for 60 laps. We again expect 19 or so laps for fuel, so this could get very, very interesting here. They will have to conserve just a little bit if they want to be able to make it all the way to the end of this race. As they would pit somewhere around lap 20, then around 40, and they should be able to make it to the end if they can conserve enough. If they can't, well, they're going to be in for a little bit of trouble here tonight. We'll just have to wait and see how this does pan out for everyone. As let's dive down here, if we could, to these cars, and you see them coming down the backstretch here. Well, I guess what you can call the backstretch anyway. As it is again a very weird shaped track, and it looks like Francois Peltier is not going to make the call here tonight. He is not going to be racing with us here tonight, but everybody else is on the track and ready to go. But unfortunately for him, we are having a lot of cars blinking here tonight, and it's causing some stutters in the sim itself. So hopefully those do get themselves sorted out. But here at the moment, it is all about Mikey Neal Jr., who is out front leading this race, followed by Alex Huffman and Sterling Smith. So 3 semi-teammates here together, not really teammates, but they do work together quite a bit, leading this race and followed by second and third. And we're, again, still getting some major stutters from all these connection issues that are going on here in the sim tonight. Bryson Barker sitting in fourth place here at the moment. As the question is, will him or Jameer Muhammad, both very fast drivers, will they be able to get up there and do anything with those with the leader Mikey Neal? We'll have to just kind of wait and see, as it looks like we may have a bid for the lead coming up. Sterling Smith is going to get passed by Alex Huffman. He'll relinquish the position there. We'll see if he's going to be able to. With this new update, has been causing a little bit of an issue here, as we got cars getting into the outside wall back here around the 32 of Jack Fellers, but they look to be keeping it clean and in the right direction, so no harm done for those drivers back there. But you go to Sterling Smith here. Let's go on board with him if we could on that roll bar camera, as we go on board with Sterling Smith. Again, running that Extreme Sim Racing Sim Rig sponsor, and running a very good race here tonight so far. It's early, but still sitting in a third place is not a bad place to be at all. Oh, of course, as always, we thank everybody for tuning in here tonight. And, of course, if you haven't, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button. And, of course, if you like what you see, you can also subscribe to the channel, or as well as like the Facebook page there, if we'll get it out eventually. And, of course, as we've mentioned before, if you want to be a little bit more part of the channel and want to help support us, we do have a membership on the website, and that does come with benefits as well. So it's not just you paying in. You could win prizes anywhere from autographed NASCAR or dirt racing memorabilia, memberships to iRacing. We are working on a complete sim rig to possibly give away as well. So a lot of stuff that we're going to be giving away. But let's go back here just a little bit to Justin Starr, who is just about ready to get passed by Justin Winters. Justin Winters not able to complete that pass just yet. He'll keep diving down there, and I'm sure we will see that pass complete here before all is said and done. We go up just a few here. You have a Jeff O'Quinn in that McDonald's number 94 machine, trying to go and to see what he can do. Again, we want to go way back here. We got to go all the way back to 25th place. Let's make it 26th place. That is one of the rookies here for tonight's race. That is Jacob Hess in the 86 machine. This is his first race, and the first time a C-Class driver has made it into the series, as that is the first time they just opened that up to C-Class drivers. So a big shout out to him for coming in to tonight's race. We'll just have to keep an eye on him and see how he does in his first race there. So with that, as we got a little contact going on between the 77 up here, just a bit of, that is Justin Spear, and it looks like the 56 as well. So a couple of guys getting together, making a little contact. We go back to the front here, though, close to the front anyway. Alex Huffman still not been able to do a whole lot with Mikey Neal Jr. He is trying to run him down, though. Just can't quite complete it, and we got a side-by-side battle going on here. John Van Varels on the outside. Here comes Chris Brown on the inside, and just ahead of them is the 79 of Rodrigo Munoz. So Chris Brown in that one machine trying to get to the bottom. Doesn't work. He has to regroup, and he'll try to get in here in another lap. Again, let us know who your pick for tonight's race win is in a chat if you're out there tuning in. Right now we are on lap 7 of 60 for this race, and again we are told about 19 laps on fuel, possibly 20 if they can stretch it here just a little bit. do the math. There's you see it's a 60 lap race, so you divide that into 20. That's 2 stops, lap 20, lap 40, and then you'd be right on the bubble there at lap 60. So they're gonna have to try to conserve, stretch it as far as they can, or we very, and I mean very well, could see some people running out of fuel before this race completes on lap 60. And if that is the case, that could spell disaster for whoever is out front leading this race. That's the last thing they want to see, is running out of fuel while leading a race. It's always devastating. We've seen it happen before in this series, and hopefully it does not happen again here tonight. The gap to second place, 2.3 seconds here at the moment between Mikey Neal and Alex Huffman. And there again is just not a whole lot going on the track right now. Everyone is extremely spread out. It looks like Bryson Barker and James Zarello had a little bit of a battle going on, but they're going to sort it out, and we keep moving forward. Again, just not a whole lot going on. Justin Spear falling back a little ways here in the field. That is credited to a little bit of that damage. We got a little bit of a battle going back here. This is the 57 of Justin Callahan, and it looks like the 14 of Adam Henderson. Those two were side by side there for just a little bit, but it sorts itself out, and we go back through this field just a little bit, and you can see right there Carlos Lucille, I believe it is. We'll have to take a look for sure, as we got some cars drastically falling here. I'm not sure who it is, but nobody off pace, so they keep it going there. Maybe just a little wiggle, and they got a little out of shape, as we saw them drop just a spot or two there, but nothing done, no harm done. We keep going here. Is there? Everyone is on lap 10 of this stint. So again, that's to tell you, we are about 9 laps away. We are 2/3 of the way done with this stint when it comes to these guys having to come down for fuel. Jamir Muhammad currently sitting in second place. He has just passed Alex Huffman 4 seconds, so he is on the move here, and he's got 2.7 seconds behind your leader here. If we could go on board with him there, let's go to his helmet cam if we can, and just see as he's riding that rumble strip there just a little bit, and we'll see is it's right now 2.733 seconds behind the leader, 2.716. So Jamir Muhammad in the 2 machine started not too far back, but not right up front, and he has worked his way, but now it's back to 2.9 seconds. So while the 2 Jamir Muhammad did gain a little bit of time there, he also lost some as well. But he will gain a 2/10 that time. So picking it back up once again as we go back to our main camera. And there's just not a whole lot going on the track here. It looks like Brandon Young's going to try to get to the inside of his teammate here with the 17 of Sterling Smith. Those two are part of BS Racing there, racing side by side. And right now that team should be SS Racing, side by side racing, or SBS side by side racing, as that is what they're doing right at the moment. They're going to kind of go single file, but still right there together. Again, other than little battles like this, folks, this race has gone single file already here on lap number 12 of 60, as we've completed 11 laps thus far. But we will see pit stops coming up here in about 7 laps, 7 to 8 laps, depending on how much these guys are conserving. And that is where it's going to be very difficult. You're going to have to make sure you get on pit road without spinning the tires, anything like that crazy. And you will definitely want to have a perfect pit stop. Yeah, 2.5 mile track is where we're at here tonight. And I want to point out here, this is partly cloudy, but it is quite dark on one side of this track compared to the other. Your track temp right now is 112 degrees. It is very, very toasty out here tonight for these guys. So it's going to eat up those tires even more out on the track. As again, we do not have a confirmed tire window. Fuel we know is 19 to 20 if you stretch it. But we'll just have to keep an eye on everybody here tonight. As Mikey Neal still leading this race. Nobody really giving him any problems out there. He has been out front and led every lap so far. As we have 12 completed on lap 13. And he's led every single one of them here for tonight's race. Oh, again, take a look here. Let's go a little further back. I just don't see anything going on here so far. As you can see right here, there are a little bit of stuff going on here. It looks like the 45 of Brian Jones is all over the back bumper of the 80 Rafael Trindle, and he's going to try to squeeze by him, but can't make it work. He's going to have to keep digging there and see what he can pull out of his hat of tricks here, as he was literally all over his back bumper. But the skill of that 45 Brian Jones coming out as he does ride his bumper, but he doesn't spin him. Definitely goes to show just how skilled these drivers are here in this series. That being said, the gap to the lead really hasn't changed a whole lot. 2.7, now 2.8, so it's fluctuating between 2.7 and 2.8 seconds, so it really hasn't gone up or down, but it is fluctuating just ever so slightly. We'll see. We are now 4 laps away from possibly bringing these cars down pit road, so while we have again a break in the action, not a whole lot going on. Let's step away to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
This is a demonstration for the built-in water temperature sensor of W5 CPU water block. There is a water temperature sensor built inside W5 to detect the temperature of the coolant that runs through W5. Here, we're using thermal mode and time-lapse effect to show the temperature change of the system. You can easily see the real-time temperature change on the software screen. W5 is also made with central inlet design, which contributes to higher coolant flow that helps faster heat dispatching to achieve a lower coolant temperature, of which you can see on the software thanks to the water temperature sensor. While W5 shows you the temperature of the coolant that runs through your CPU water block, you can also throw in a Pacific TF1 indicator to monitor the temperature and coolant flow of your whole system.
Alright, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and let's bring down your running order onto the screen. Again, this is going to be here through, at least through pit stops here. This will give us an indication of who's coming down at pit road. As we'll see who's going to be the first one. It will say in pits when they come down pit road. So who will be the first driver to come down pit road? We have about 3 laps to do so. They're not going to come down any time early. I don't see anybody coming down to short pit here. If anything, they're going to try to stretch it out to lap 20. If somebody could somehow be fast and make it to lap 21, they would be golden here for this race. Victories may be short-lived when it comes to celebrating here tonight. We'll just have to wait and see. But there is Mikey Neal in that number 8 Budweiser GM Goodrich Service Plus Chevrolet, as he's got that throwback mix scheme going on. but he's out front. Jamir Muhammad has closed the gap to 2.4 seconds. I am not 100% sold right now, folks, if you're out here watching, that Jamir Muhammad is actually catching him, or if Mikey Neal knows he has that big of a gap and he is actually, conserving a little bit to try to make it all the way to lap 20. So, again, I think possibly Mikey Neal Jr. here is trying to conserve just a little bit to try and make it all the way to lap 20, possibly even 21. We'll have to wait and see. But so far, it looks like it is. It's going to be Austin Edstrom's going to be the first one to come down. And you see right there, you'll see in pits on these guys as we have several drivers coming down pit road. One of those going to be the 88 of Austin Edstrom, followed by Charles Hoffman. They're going to fall through the list here of drivers. So Austin Edstrom going to have a fairly good stop here. So they're going to come in right on lap 19. Mikey and Neal Jr. still out on the track. We have the majority of this field that have stayed out. But again, Charles Hoffman, Austin Edstrom giving up their positions on track. They'll take 26th and 27th, but they will come down pit road to go ahead and get fuel. And right there, Mikey Neal going to start lap 20. He does not come down. He is going to try to conserve and make it, as it looks like Bryson Barker is going to come down pit road. He's not going to try to chance it. He is going to come down, as well as Brandon Young, Chris Brown, and Sterling Smith, all going to be coming down pit road as well. Again, at the moment, your race leader not coming down and does not show a sign of coming down either, as he's running 180 miles per hour. So pit stops are underway here for the first time on the RACECORE Xfinity Series presented by Global Building Contractors. Again, right now your top 18 drivers have not come down and taken pit stops yet, as we're going to be going to lap 21. If I'm Mikey Neal, I think he's probably going to come down there. You see that flame coming out. That is him downshifting to get to pit road. Anytime you see a flame coming out of that, that is indicating a shifting, whether it is up or down. In this case, he was downshifting to come to pit road. And no surprise, here comes everybody else behind him. We got Mikey Neal, Jamir Muhammad, Lorello, Huffman, Vieira, Milton, who had worked his way up to fifth place, Munoz, Jones, all these guys, everybody. You see your top 11, 12, 13, 14 drivers. 15 are in pit road now, make it 16. And I would imagine right there you're going to see 18, 19, and 20 come down at pit road as well. So everybody in your top 20 that was there has come down pit road, and stops are going to be completed here shortly, but it's going to give the lead to the 77 of Justin Spear, who is or has not come down pit road yet. He has 21 laps on this stint. He's a little slower than everybody else with that damage, running 57s, and even on his fast lap was a 54. So being a little bit slower like that, I think is going to allow him to get a little bit better fuel mileage than some of the other guys. But then again, he will not be probably contending for the lead as well. So once these guys catch up to him, Mikey Neal Jr. right there, he is probably going to blow his doors off here when he catches him. No offense by that, but that is just how it's going to be, as he's going to go down pit road. So Justin Spear going to give up the lead. He'll come down and take 4 tires and the fuel, as we are on lap 22 of 160 here. Caution free so far. And there you see Spear getting his services about to begin. We go back up to the front, though. 21 completed on lap 22 of 60, as we will start the next cycle here in about 18 laps. Again, lap 40, about 41, 42. We'll see our next round of pit stops underway. 39 laps to go here in this race. It has been, so far, caution-free, and we're going to have, this looks like, the 86 of Jacob Hess going to have to back up on pit road, and that is going to cost him quite a bit of time, as he is going to go at least one lap down as there he is now 1 lap down. He is the only car on the track right now that is not on the lead lap. So it's unfortunate for him. Jameer Muhammad had been in second. Now he's back in third, followed by Alex Huffman and James Zarello in fourth and fifth. Austin Edstrom in sixth place, just on the outside looking in. Definitely Bruce out there just checking in on chat. If you were looking to get on to iRacing, send us a message after this race over right here on the VRN Facebook page. I believe we still have a few 3-month codes that we can hook you up with to get you, if you are a brand new member, of course, which it sounds like you are, we can get you 3 months free to iRacing, so you can give it a try without having to spend a dime other than to get any cars you want. But yeah, shoot us a message after the race and we will get back with you. We'll round up one of those codes and get you 3 months free on iRacing, so you can give it a try. It is definitely a blast to have, especially for us here. We get to cover all these great leagues. Yeah, shoot us a message and we'll get you hooked up there. Me in a while, let's check in as Jameer Muhammad has run down Bryson Barker here. Let's zoom out just a little bit if we could. There we go. And you're watching these two battle it out. Let's go back and we'll get rid of your running order here and then bring back your main bar up at the top of the screen. You're watching the RACECORE Xfinity Series presented by Global Building Contractors here on a Virtual Racing Network, a sim division of RaceOnTexas.com. Again, we have done away with the join system or the membership system on the YouTube channel. If you would still like to be a part of that and support it, you can do so by heading over to virtualracingnetwork.net, and we have 4 different memberships to pick from. Of course, now we're going to be doing giveaways, prizes, stuff like that, so your membership actually benefits you, as well as if you pick one of the 2 plans that we have, you get a dual membership to RaceOnTexas.com, which is basically one in the same here with Virtual Racing Network. We work hand in hand with them on just about everything, so definitely hit them up as well if you're looking for some real dirt track racing in the state of Texas and Louisiana. And of course, as always, hit that like button on the page as well. Jameer Muhammad does get by Bryson Barker, but he's still got to run down Mikey Neal. He was unable to do it in the last run, or last little stint we had there, those 20 laps. Will he be able to do it in this one? He has 15 laps to work his way up to the front. The question is he going to be able to do it? As we see Jeff O'Quinn in the 94, he goes 1 lap down. And you see the new blur, how the background is blurred out. That is the new blur effect that we have here in the sim. Absolutely looks amazing. That being said here, let's go to Mikey Neal Jr. And we're going to go silent on the mic here for a minute. We're going to go on board with Mikey Neal here for a lap or 2 and just let you see what it's like to be him here driving around this track. Alright, there you go. Just a lap or so around this track with your race leader, as we are 8 laps into the stint. It's going to be 9 next time by. We are on lap 29 of 60. As again, lap 40 will be when we come down the pit road one more time. Around 40 to 42. These guys are getting a little bit better fuel mileage than they let on earlier. So we'll have to see how that does play into it. We are thus far caution-free here tonight. Of course, Hanover Wrecker Service not getting much of a workout tonight. As you see right there, the stats here. Well, a bunch of zeros. 0 caution, 0 caution laps, and 0 lead changes. Here, there are very few times you want to see 0 across the board. And, of course, when you're talking about a interest rate possibly or caution at a racetrack, going to be one of the a few times that you definitely want to see straight zeros across the board. And tonight we have it so far here at Pocono Raceway, partly due to the fact that as you can see here as we zoom out just a little bit, we are very spread out. There is just nothing going on this track right now that is just 100% standout, gotta watch action on the track no matter how far you go through this field. Although we do have Sterling Smith and Raphael Trindle starting to heat things up just a little bit between those two, as it looks like Sterling Smith is going to maybe make a move to the inside. We'll see. He attempted it earlier and it was unsuccessful, but he may try to do it one more time. As we'll keep an eye on that. Go back a little bit here to 45 of Brian Jones and the 63 of Charles Hoffman. Those two there together, but Brandon Young also in the picture. So we'll see just how this one plays out. There's going to hide behind the building, so we can't really see them. But regardless, and I speak a little soon, there will be our first caution of the night. And it looks like it's going to be for the 86 of Jacob Hess. Let's go back and take a look. Let's go to the aerial cam brought to you by Sames Ford out of Corpus Christi, Texas. He smacks the outside wall hard into the inside wall right there. Ooh, almost. I'm not sure. Was that your leader? It was, I do believe. Let's go back and take one more look at that and see what happened. I may stand corrected. I'm not sure if that was your leader that almost got him, but almost got tagged by another car. But you'll see right here, looks like he just goes in a little hot and to the corner into turn 2, smacks the outside wall, comes in and hammers it right there. And it was not the leader that he almost hit him, but a hard lick to the outside and the inside wall, and that is going to put Carlos Maciel is now out of the race. But so far, Jacob Hess is not, and there we go, Carlos Maciel back in, just having some connection issues, and you can see just how damaged that 86 is right now, as he has heavy damage. We're going to step to a commercial break. We'll let you know if they come down pit road and who all comes down here in just a few moments.
Thermal take. Say command.
What is the weather like in LA?
The weather is clear in LA.
What is the weather like in New York?
The weather is rain in New York.
Use flow mode.
Low.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Those lights are off on the pace car. We are set to go racing. Your top five here on lap 35 are going to be Mikey Neal Jr., Bryson Barker, James Larillo, Alex Huffman, and Thiago Vieira. As we get set to start lap 36, they did come down pit road, so this changes things up now dramatically here, folks. This is really going to alter how this race is going to go. As one, cautions breed cautions. Will we see a second caution here tonight? And of course, when it comes down to it, when will they come down? Pit road is 25 laps to go. They're going to be about 4 to 5 laps short of fuel to the remainder of this race. And actually, they've been out here for about 2 laps, so they're going to be about 2-3 laps short of fuel. Or maybe, no, they're going to be about 6 laps short of fuel. So, about 6 laps short on fuel. This could get very interesting, folks, here when it's all said and done. We're getting ready to get the green flag one more time. Again, they will be short on fuel here to the end of this race. So we'll find out how it goes. Pace car dives off, and right about there, green flag's out. We are racing, ladies and gentlemen, here once again to start lap 36 of 60 here. The scheduled distance, as it's going to be Mikey Neal still out front with a dominant lead as they come barreling into corner number 1. And we'll see Bryson Barker going to be in second place, followed by James Larillo, Alex Huffman, and Thiago Vieira. They are side by side as this caution is going to regroup everyone once again. And I have a feeling this time around it's not going to be quite as single filed out as it was before, as they are definitely going to race just a little bit harder than they were earlier on in the night. So something we have to watch for. With them running just a little bit harder, will that lead to more cautions? As again, we've already stated cautions do breed cautions here in racing, regardless of whether you're watching dirt or asphalt. But it looks like I stand corrected here. They are going to single file out, but we do have Rafael Trindle and Brandon Young side by side. And it looks like we have Justin Starr back there side by side with the 57 of Justin Callahan as well. All right, let's check back here just a little ways past the 99 of Justin Starr. We're going to go right back here and check in. That is going to be the 4 of Justin Winters, as we have 4 Justins in the series. And Justin Winters is going to be side by side with the 66 of Deco G here. And it looks like we got somebody coming down pit road here. And that is going to be Jamir Muhammad as the caution comes out. And I'm not sure quite what the caution is for. But let's go back and take a look here to Jamir Muhammad, who gives up about 7th position, about 6th position to come down pit road. But I don't think that's what the caution was for. I'm not 100% sure what the caution was for. But it does come out. Everyone back here in the back kind of scattering. So let's go back here and take a look one more time here, right around the 66 and the 4, the 32, I believe, back here a little bit. Let's go to the aerial cam if we can. But we watched the 66 scrape the wall, so I'm wondering if this had something to do with it. And this is what we're watching here. And right there you see the 4 of Justin Winters slides up just a little bit, gets into the 66. So Justin Winters in the 4. Gets collected with the 66 of Deco G. Again, Gamirez, I believe is how you pronounce it, but either way, they do get together, and that brings out caution number 2. As you see the yellow flag waving there from the flagman. And that'll put us under caution once again. We will step to a commercial break and come back when those lights go off on the pace car. Are you in the market for a quality new or used car, truck, or SUV? Head on down to Sames Ford in Corpus Christi, Texas and browse through their inventory today. You won't be disappointed. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. The lights are off once again. We have 19 to go, gonna be 18 to go this time by at the line here for the RACECORE Xfinity Series presented by Global Building Contractors. You're watching it all live here on Virtual Racing Network. Just to give everyone a kind of a heads up here of what's coming up this week. And into next week, of course, tomorrow night we have the Northwest Xfinity Series, followed by the RACECORE Truck Series on Tuesday, World of Thunder Wednesday, and then we have the Northwest Truck Series on Thursday, and then, of course, we head on out to Monarch Motor Speedway for the 14th and 15th for a two-day late model show. So make sure you stay tuned for that if you want some real live racing as well. We'll be posting that on raceontexas.com. Get your membership today for $9.99 a month, and you can enjoy all of that dirt track racing here in the state of Texas and Louisiana as well, as we have plenty of it coming your way. But the green flag just about ready to come back out. Pace car will be diving off this time by, and we'll see how this goes. Pace car dives off, and green flag is in the air. We are racing. Once again, you see the flagman waving that green flag in the air. Here is it is set to be some really good racing here. We'll see cautions do breed cautions, as they have done so far tonight. And we'll just have to keep waiting to see how it goes here for the remainder of this race. For the first time, Charles Hoffman is out front, followed by Rodrigo Munoz in second. Those two did not come down to pit road. Jamir Muhammad 5 laps on his tires. He was coming down the pit road when the caution came out, so he's kind of in a sticky predicament. Oh, contact made! More contact made! The 8, the 2, the 13 all get collected, and there goes the 32, the 4, and the 88 get collected as well, and it's a parking lot. And let's go to the replay camera and see what happened. But again, a parking lot here on the backstretch. You'll see as we go to the Sames Ford aerial cam here tonight exactly what happened. And right there, James Zarello tags the 2 of Jamir Muhammad, sends him into the 8 of Mikey Neal, and it is chaos from there on as we get the 17 collected, the 4, the 88, and many others involved in this. But again, let's go back and take one more look at this, and we'll go to where this all started here. As let's go back to Jamir Muhammad, and let's go to his gearbox cam here. As we're just below his gearbox cam, you'll see the 13 of James Zarello right there. Tacks him right there. It hits the 8, and that is all it took right there, folks. As around he goes, and that will do it here for a couple of these drivers, I'm sure. But the caution is out. Rodrigo Munoz leading this race, but James Zarello bringing out the 3rd caution here for tonight as he tags the back bumper of the 2 of Jamir Muhammad, sending him into the 8 of Mikey Neal Jr. And that, again, will be your 3rd caution. So we'll step away here, and we come back. When those lights go off, we'll have about 15, 14 laps to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those lights are off once again, which means we are going racing here. 13 laps to go when we get the green flag. Again, if you have been hiding under a rock or, well, whatever the reason may be, that you weren't tuning in, or possibly just because we've been off, we do have green-white checkers in place here tonight. So if this race gets to the 5 to go point and the caution comes out, we will go into green-white checkered here tonight, as the racing will not end under caution at all. There is no physical way it can end under caution here tonight. So that is a plus. And we want to give a big shout out to Jason Deere out there. They're tuning in here tonight. Again, we posted in the chat a little while ago. The link should still be there. We have a new membership base in place now. So if you're wanting to be a little bit more part of the channel and win great prizes and giveaways and stuff like that, we do have that in place on the website. Anywhere from $5 to $15 if you want a dual membership to Race on Texas as well. We'll be doing a lot of giveaways, whether it's NASCAR stuff, dirt racing stuff. We'll be doing some Race on Texas giveaways as well. So a lot of stuff we can give away there, as well as up to a sim rig that we're possibly going to be giving away here in the near future. So make sure you sign up over on virtualracingnetwork.net is exclusive. Those giveaways will be exclusive to members of the site only, so you have to be signed up if you want to if you want to be a part of that. But the green flag is back out here with 13 laps to go. Awesome to see the flagman waving the green flag there. We'll see Rodrigo Munoz, 13 laps on his tires. He did not come down pit road. And we'll see. I don't think he's going to be able to make it on fuel. With 13 to go, 13 on his tires. There's no way he's going to make it on fuel. The question is, will he be able to come down pit road here in a minute and possibly make it? As they're really starting to shake it up now. Thiago Vieira currently sitting in third place. Brian Jones behind him in fourth. I do not think we're out of the woods when it comes to a caution. And the more you start to see these guys shake it up, the more chances are we're going to see a caution at the front of this field. Reese Milton in the 76th, 5th place. Alex Huffman 6th. Brandon Young in 7th as his teammate Sterling Smith out of the race, 4 laps down. As of right now, Sterling Smith, Mike Watts, James Zarillo, Jameer Muhammad, and Jacob Hess out of the race. Francois Peltier did not start. And we'll see again here for tonight. We have a little bit of action going on. This is one of the first times we've really seen some side-by-side racing action. It really has not been too active out on the track, as Bryson Barker is going to take the lead. And it looks like Brian Jones is going to pass by Rodrigo Munoz. No surprise there with them old 13-lap tires. And getting close to running out of fuel on that matter as well, so he is not going to make it to the end anyway. There's no point in him battling too terribly hard unless he's just trying to stay out there in the event of a caution coming out here with 11 laps to go. We very well could see a green-white checkered here tonight. We'll have to wait and see. Thiago Vieira currently in second place, hanging on with everything he can at the moment. Some of these guys have 10 laps on their tires, all the way up to 15. You go all the way back here to Jeff O'Quinn, who only has 5 on his scent. They came down a little bit later, so these guys maybe hopefully predicting for the green-white checkered, needing that extra bit of fuel in the tanks. We'll just have to wait and see if that is indeed the case. But Bryson Barker out front, leading this race here at the moment. Thiago Vieira trying to run him down. Brian Jones trying to come in there as well, followed by Alex Huffman. These two may have something for him, or at least for Thiago Vieira. We'll see. Thiago Vieira was the fastest in practice earlier this afternoon, or earlier tonight technically, and he had the EOL, so he had to start at the back of the field. He has worked his way through so far and doing a fantastic job of it. Just to go back here a little ways, check in with Mikey Neal. who at the moment is, we'll go to a better camera angle there. That car is beaten and battered after getting hit by the 2 of Jameer Muhammad because of him getting hit by the 13 of James Zarello, bringing out our last caution. That car is not going to be a contender for the win here tonight. He, however, is on the lead lap, but going to be fighting that as we have a side-by-side battle for the lead. It is going to be Bryson Barker at the line one more time here with 9 laps to go. It is a drag race battle to the end. Bryson Barker, Thiago Vieira duking it out for the lead side by side. Somebody's got to give. Who is it going to be? Right now, neither one of them want to, and neither one of them are going to, as they both have 12 laps on their tires. At this point, neither one of them, I don't think, will even make it to the end here. As we go 9 laps, you had to do the math. You got 9, 10, 11. That would, well, be pushing it over the edge. As we're going to have the 84 gets a little loose there. It looks like he's got contact with the outside wall. That's going to cost him 1 of 2 positions possibly. And that is not what he wanted to see. He's going to be pushing this hard, and this way be where we see some of these cautions coming out as Reese Milton in the 76 is trying to get by him. Question is, will he be able to? And he does. Reese Milton and Alex Huffman will get by Bryson Barker. Bryson Barker going to lose 2 spots after smacking the outside wall. And we'll see Thiago Vieira still leading this race. He has he's led 1 lap so far. That is it. But again, that's all you really technically need to leave here to win this race. With 8 laps to go, going to be 7 to go at the line. I just don't know. I can't say 100% we're out of the caution range here tonight. I still think we might see one, as you have Justin Starr back here battling for 13th position. Here comes the 63 of Charles Hoffman trying to get up there to him and pass him. Again, we've got some side-by-side battling going on. You got Jeff O'Quinn in the 94 on the inside of the 78 of John Van Rellis. We're trying to make that pass stick. Meanwhile, you got 3-4 cars coming behind him trying to push either one of these ahead so they can power through as well. It looks like they're going to opt to go with the 94 of Jeff O'Quinn, and he will officially pass them. And here comes Justin Starr to get by John Van Verellis in the 87 as well, but can't complete the pass. He'll stay back in about 13th position is where he's at. We go back to the front. Reese Milton, he's running down the race leader. Thiago Vieira here, 0.716 is the gap. Here at the moment it was 0.700. Now it's 0.616. So that gap is starting to shrink here for Reese Milton and Thiago Vieira, as he is starting to run him down. 7 laps to go, make it 6 laps to go that time by the line. So this race winding down again. When we hit the 5 to go mark, that would indicate the normal or the past point of no return. At 5 to go, if we get a caution, we would go into green, white, checkered with a 3-lap shootout to the end, folks. And that is may be or may not be what some of these drivers want to see. If you're the leader, that's not necessarily what you want to see. If you're second place or third place and you can't quite catch the leader in the long run, but you're good on the short run, that may be what you want to see, as Reese Milton has closed that gap just a little bit, but not quite enough. It's down to 0.549, so he is reeling him in turn 3. But turn 1 and 2, he does get a little bit of a gap, but it's 0.449 that time by at the line now, 0.416. So the gap is getting closer there now, 0.383 to the lead. So Reese Milton is running down your race leader, Thiago Vieira, in that number 76 Global Building Contractors machine, and he blinks out there just a little bit, as he is trying to run him down, but 0.350 separating first and second place right now. Alex Huffman 1.3 seconds behind. Again, 5 laps to go, going to be 4 this time by the line. So far, we have not seen that 4th caution come out, but if it does, we will go to green, white, checkers at this point in the race. Oh, the question is, will that come to play? Is Thiago Vieira going to hit the grass a little bit? That's going to slow him down just a little bit. 0.333. Now 3.16 seconds separating your top two drivers, and it's going to drop to 0.30. If these two were to get together, this could be even crazier to see how this finishes. 4 laps to go. 0.266 seconds separating your front two here at the moment. That gap is getting smaller and smaller every single lap. Reese Milton has 4 laps to get by, and he has plenty of time to do it. The gap is shrinking each lap, 0.233. So he definitely has the time and the speed. He's gaining enough per lap to try to get by him. Now 0.150. Again, he has the time. He just needs to be patient and work his way through this field. Or through this field. Through, well, I guess technically it is through the field, but through Thiago Vieira. Or around him. I guess you don't want to go technically through him, but he needs to be patient and just bide his time, but not too much time. You do not want to let him get away, but you have to be patient and try to make the pass at just the right times. He's all over his back bumper right now. And that number 76 Mustang, sponsored by Global Building Contractors. Thiago Vieira hanging on for dear life right now. Both of them 18 laps on their tires and on fuel, so it's going to be a drag race to the end. And this is really good news if you're Alex Huffman right now, because they're already going to be cutting it close on fuel. And these two out here cannot conserve at all. They are going to have to push it as hard as they can. If Thiago Vieira doesn't push it, Reese Milton's going to get by him. Vice versa, if he does get by him, then Reese Milton's going to have to push it as hard as he can here with 2 laps to go. So both of these guys have to push this as hard as they possibly can. Alex Huffman back here in 3rd place. He's sitting in the catbird seat right now. He has got the best seat in the house. If these two up front keep pushing it as hard as they are, there is a chance they could potentially run out of fuel before the race is over. And if that is the case, then we would potentially see a new leader as well and a new race winner. We'll see how these two play it out. Are they going to conserve at all? Are they going to push it as hard as they can? Do the math. We're on 19 right now. This would be coming to complete lap 19, so it would be about 21 laps. They may be able to make it, but I think it's going to be cutting it close, as we're hit about 19 laps of fuel is what they have. They have 20 to go. Here's its 1 to go, presented by Northwest Racing Series. But again, this is the final lap. White flag is in the air for Thiago Vieira. Can he hold off Reese Milton, or will they both run out of fuel trying to battle each other so hard? Or will we see potentially a wreck happen between the two, as the caution cannot end this race? Thiago Vieira holding off Reese Milton for the moment. And it looks like he may do it. Reese Milton going to get a little out of shape there as he goes over a little bump there. And I don't think it's going to be enough. As you see right there, they come down the turn. And we'll switch back to our main camera. Coming out into turn 3. And coming to the line, it is going to be Thiago Vieira that wins again, as he won at Daytona, and he puts it back in the victory lane here tonight in that number 52 G-Force Mustang. For the 2nd time this season, he puts it in victory lane. And a great job from him, as well as Reese Milton and Alex Huffman to finish in the top 3. We'll be talking to those drivers here momentarily. Let's go ahead and bring up your official running order here. Those are your top 20 here in tonight's race. The ones not listed on there, 21st through 28th, are going to be Austin Edstrom, Mikey Neal Jr., Mike Watts, Sterling Smith, James Zarello, Jameer Muhammad, Jacob Hess, and those are the 7 drivers making the race that did start, just didn't finish the race. And then, of course, Francois Peltier in 28th, who DNS tonight did not start this race. we will, of course, be right back here momentarily with your post race show in just a few moments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are going to go in reverse order here tonight as we are going to start with our race winner, and that is going to be the 52 of Thiago Vieira. And of course, we are translating here, so we are going to keep it short and simple for him. That way we can get some good information out of him. But again, first off, Carlos, if you want to go ahead and on behalf of VRN, congratulate him on finishing in first year and getting that win here tonight.
Ele tá te dando parabéns, China, e falar pouquinho da corrida.
Obrigado, boa noite a todos. Uma corrida de onde eu saí lá atrás, né? Tive EOL e vim tranquilo, conseguindo subir pouco a pouco, e as amarelas deu para colar bem, chegar bem próximo aos primeiros lá, onde teve um incidente com eles e acabou sobrando pouco carro ali à minha frente, e nessa última relargada tive a felicidade de largar bem, passar o carro 84 e liderar aí no final com o aperto do carro 76. Mas aí, Marcial, você agradece todos os patrocinadores aí, né? Um beijo para minha esposa, Vivian, para minhas filhas, e faço o convite da Charlotte 600.
He start from the end of the line, and because he received a AOL, he come calm, and the yellows help him to stay close to the leaders, and in the end he doesn't suffer any damage in the wreck of the other cars. Was a good look for him, and tried past the 84, I think 84, and at the end received some pressure from the 76, and he would thank for the global building contractors, Good Cube, and iRacing Drivers World. A kiss to his wife. Como que é o nome da sua esposa?
Vivian.
His wife Vivian, and the girls his sons. And we would like to invite all the spectators to Charlotte 600 next Sunday that he gonna drive, and all the peoples are invited to watch Racing for Fun TV on YouTube. Thank you all. Good race. Good, very fun. Thank you.
All right, well, there you have it. It was an awesome race from him, as always. He got the win at Daytona, and he wins again here tonight at Pocono. Two very tough tracks to win at, but he pulls it off. And, of course, that brings us to our second place driver here tonight. That is going to be the 76 of Reese Milton, sporting the Global Building Contractors paint job on his car. And definitely a tough track to get a top three in, Reese. So, first off, what was this race like out there for you? And especially, how was this car handling? As we heard, it was a pretty tight car to handle. All right, it looks like we do not have Reese Milton here. I thought we did have him, but it looks like maybe some mic issues there going on. So we'll see. Reese, you got a copy?
Can you hear me now?
All right, now we got you. You're good to go.
Okay. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, it was pretty tight. You really had to get the car slowed down and get it turned and wait on it in the center. As soon as you could feel the nose turn, you could jump back in the gas pretty hard. But, if you got anxious, you were definitely going to hit the outside wall and scrape it. I scraped it a couple times going into the Tuttle turn, but not so bad that it knocked me out of contention. I think I had like 4 seconds of time, and of course, we fixed it pretty quick. So, good race. I didn't have a whole lot for Thiago. I mean, I knew I could get to him, but getting around him was going to be something different, and I didn't want to go down in history as being somebody that hit him and knocked him out of the way. So, I'd hoped I could get close enough to him that I could loosen him up, but I couldn't even do that. I mean, he just had a really, really good line all the way around the racetrack. We were pretty much running the same line. It's hard when you're matching somebody with a tight race car. I made some brake bias adjustments trying to get the car to turn a little bit better, but after about 10, 12 laps, it didn't matter what you did to it. I mean, the tires were wearing, and you just had to manhandle it all you could.
Definitely, we watched you close that gap from 0.7 to 0.1 seconds. You were closing them in. Obviously, you just said there you didn't have enough to get by him. So that being said, before we get to the sponsors on the car, what one thing, or was there multiple things you think that you would have needed to been able to get by him? Obviously, maybe an open setup might have helped a little bit.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. The last part of the question.
Yeah, we established you didn't think you had enough to get by him, but what do you think you needed to get by him here? Maybe extra laps, caution.
I mean,
setup.
a chrome horn to get by him. That would have been about the only way. I don't think, it was evenly matched as we were. The only way we were going to get by him was start beating on him. So I don't know about the laps. I think we were running out of tire there towards the end. I mean, I was really working hard just to get to his bumper and couldn't even do that.
Well, definitely, we'll be looking to see. You've been up front here for quite a bit. You get to second place here tonight. First is probably in that foreseeable future. I expect to see a victory coming soon. And we know you got some sponsors on that car and some shout-outs you want to give, so who'd those be for that second place finish?
And many thanks to Alex Huffman Designs, certainly RACECORE, Virtual Racing Network, Global Building Contractors, Concord Wealth Management, and Food Country USA. It's great to have the sponsors on the car, and we love to get out here and put on a show for everybody. So it's a great opportunity for everybody.
All right. Well, again, congrats on second place. And, of course, speaking of Alex Huffman, that is going to bring us to him. The number 3 finishes in third here tonight. Again, that is Alex Huffman. Congrats on the third place finish here tonight, Alex. And, you were closing in there. You were up front about the top 10, top 5 pretty much all day, but just couldn't quite get to the race win here. Same kind of question. What do you think you needed here to get that race win?
A better handling car and a lot more skill, because I could not figure out this track whatsoever tonight.
Well, definitely, they call it the tricky triangle for a reason. So I guess you would say this track lived up to its name here tonight?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, seemed like one lap I'd nail turn 1, mess up turn 3, and next lap mess up turn 1, hit turn 3.
It definitely is a very tricky track to try to get around here. And it looked like it was kind of mixed here, as I know there's kind of a huge team down there where y'all race. And, kind of mixed between the team here. As some of them out of the race, some of them finishing good. But, there at one point, I believe you had 3 or 4 of your group there together. So, as a team sport here, where racing is technically kind of a team sport, how awesome would it have been to see, 3 or 4 of your guys in the top 5 at the end of this race?
Oh, that would have been awesome, seeing Bryson and Brandon finally getting up there in the top 5. It seems like it was awesome to see that for sure. And Bryson, he's always quick, so I mean, you can't ever count him out. I guess he got in the wall a little bit there in front of me and got himself some damage and dropped back, but he'll be back next week, I bet you.
Well, definitely he is fast, and we look to see great things from everyone. There are so many fast people in this series, so to get a top 3 definitely says a lot. That being said, we know you got some sponsors on that car, and shout out you want to give, so who would those be here for that third place finish tonight?
I got to, first of all, congrats Tiago for winning that race and Reese for getting second. That was fun running with him. I could not hang on to it there when he started pulling away. I wish I did, and kind of wish they got battling earlier. But Global Building Contractors, of course, Gold Cube, iRacing Drivers World, you, Charles, FVRN for broadcasting us, my family and friends that support me. I guess I should shout out my Huffman Designs, but meh, and Allen's Body Shop.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. That will do it here for tonight's race. As we're going to click the wrong button there. That'll do it for tonight's race. We will see you tomorrow night as we head over to the Northwest Xfinity Series, I believe at Iowa. So some short track racing for the Xfinity cars. We'll see you there. And until then, stay safe, and we'll see you there.